My background has always been about jumping in and taking the action first and learning the lessons, believing that I would be able to be successful if I just put myself in the position to do that. And I still do that today. And if you look at my career going from corporate to entrepreneurialism or entrepreneurship, I did the same thing in that move and went from very, say, sophisticated process, very controlled environment, let's say, with the corporate management world, to basically a street environment, which was laundromats. So that was a big change for me, and a huge amount of experience. I like to say that I've got, a traditional education, and then I've got my street education. And the street education is from running laundromats, and that you have in that business, you have to know all aspects of business. It's not, they call it small business. There's nothing, I think there's an ad, there's nothing small about it. You have to do everything, contracts, human resources, leadership and management, finance, all that. And so that was a good experience. The lessons learned are how to deal with people and coming from different backgrounds, and really learning how to listen to what people are saying, because especially in other cultures where there's different, it's not the primary language, they'll say yes to everything. But 75% of the time, it's not a real yes. And I had to learn that the hard way. So I had to learn how to listen and ask good questions, be very intentional in dealing with others to make sure that I'm not just steamrolling to what I want, but actually enlisting them and getting a real commitment from them. So influence and collaborating with people of different backgrounds was huge in that experience. In Puerto Rico, we were manufacturing medical devices for cardiovascular monitoring. And I was responsible for the packaging, which was, they call it sterile barrier packaging, which is, it protects the device from being contaminated so that with the point of use, you don't infect the patient. So it's very high stakes manufacturing because of the severity of the hazard if you have a problem. And so we were manufacturing medical devices down in Puerto Rico, and I was down there overseeing the packaging operations, the engineering, the validation and safety of the packaging for medical devices. It all goes back to the discounted present value of future cash flows. Everything goes back to the discounted present value of future cash flows. I don't care if you're selling horse manure or diamonds. It's all the same. That's how it all ties together. So I've always been interested in the economic side of things. Even though I was in engineering, I was in management. All of those things to me are the wide funnel to getting down to the discounted value, present value of future cash flows. And so I knew where I was trying to get to in business, the ultimate evaluation, but I had to learn everything else. And I learned everything else through experience wherever I could get work, starting at dishwashing. That activity is part of discounted present value of future cash flows, all the way to designing products, to ensuring quality and safety, to ultimately leading people to get an outcome. All of that was through experience that I'd sought through my career.